to Nostalgia Lane, take you down, make you remember some of your funner little animes. Today we're going to be talking about Yu Hakusho. Basically, kid saves kid ends up dying for it. Grim Reaper comes to him, oddly enough, not your sickle, scythe, bony kind of guy. Blue-haired, kind of cute, riding what looks to be a fucking oar from a boat. I'm not sure. Grim Reaper. And she basically tells him, hey, look, man, I will give you the option to basically come back to life, but you got to go around punching any and everything in the face. You know, black, white, demon, transgendered, weird, mutant, lady, thing, fuckers. You punch it in the face, you kill it, you learn how to use your spirit energy, shoot little fucking fireballs like Goku on crack. We're good to go. We'll give you back your body. We'll let you have your life back. Oh, by the way, there's like this whole dark tournament thing from the first season. Not going to give too much more away. Your buddy's going to come along. You're going to make a demon become a good guy, which wasn't even in the original freaking script. You know, gonna have some fun. Gonna see some fun shit along the way. But honestly, it's like I said, you know, it's a show where a guy wants his life back, wants to come back to life. He's dead. I mean, you get to see 4 seasons of awesomeness where he pretty much learns to hone his power and become stronger and better and beat even tougher opponents. Personally, one of my favorite animes growing up, just for the simple fact of, you know, it's violence. I'm a boy, you know, young, moldable mind where I'm like, damn it, I want to be able to shoot things out of my fingers like that.
Definitely a good show, and I love the aspect of it being especially in that time frame where it was more people from the street, especially in Japan, were seen as bad guys, this and that, and he was very much a street kid, just trying to make it on his own, rough and tumble, kind of got an attitude, but at the same time, the dude had a heart of gold. And that's why he ended up dying in the first place. And it gives him a second chance at not just life, but doing what's needed. And he's the only one that can do that. And he even turns, during the show, lifelong enemies into companions and friends. And it's a really great story. And I love the direction the art went into. I love the way they did it. Now, of course, there is the prototypical Vegeta-like character in it. But they did that off a whim because of how popular he was to begin with.
When they introduced him. I mean, like, because the creator himself, he never intended for him to be anything but just like a beadless kind of demon. But, you know, due to popularity and the powers that he came up with while doing the show, they were like, oh, fuck, we got to make this guy a guy now, or we're just going to be missing out on shit.
Oh, yeah. They definitely... Sorry.
No, you get it. I was about to say, he's one of the more liked fucking people on the show. I mean...
Kind of like how Vegeta turned out. Like, they saw an opportunity, they saw what they had, and unlike other shows, they ran with it. Like, we got to keep him around. He's definitely gold. And the way that him and the main character interact later on definitely plays into that. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, from my standpoint, if you haven't seen it, sit down, at least watch the first season. If you don't like the show after that first season, you're not gonna like the rest of it, honestly. But yeah, for me, it took 2 episodes, and I think it was the first 2 episodes. I was like, nope, gotta do this. This has gotta happen.
Yeah, and the Dark Tournament was amazing. Then you get into more of a spiritual realm. Like Dragon Ball Z has hinted at the spiritual realm, but it hasn't always gone there. You kind of saw it a few times when Goku died and trained, but this literally goes into Japanese mythology when it comes to the spirit realm and everything that's going on. He's literally a spirit cop. Like when he shoots these energy beams, he's putting his hands in the formation of a gun, which is kind of cool. And it comes to that old stereotype of like, who makes the best cops? That streetwise kid who has a sense of justice. And they roll with it in such an amazing way, and the story really grows from there. In a place that I don't even think the manga at first was going to go.
I can't speak too much on the manga because, unlike my previous review of Berserk, sorry for the delay on getting back to you guys, but I hadn't really read too much of this manga. But I do hear that the manga it is pretty fucking good, but at the same time, I think the anime outshines it. Like a lot of times it happens. Yeah, case in point, High School of the Dead, but that's a whole other story for another day.
I love that show.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for season 2 of that, me and the wife. But no, I as far as the show goes, I mean, it teaches more than just mindless, senseless violence and shooting energy beams out of your fingers. I mean, there's a lot of friendship elements and everything like that in it too. Not to mention, you kind of learn to look within yourself to try to pull your shit together and get your life right, which is, case in point, pretty much the whole fucking show.
Yeah, for all these characters, it's like there comes a moment in time where they have to learn from what they've been through, learn from what's happened, and actually come to terms with who they are, and not just who they are, but those around them. You know what I mean? Case in point, the guy with the red pompadour. Him and Yusuke at the beginning are sworn enemies, but by very early on in the first and a little later on in the first and definitely in the second season, they come to terms on who they are and that they really are actually a good team and friends.
Oh, and just for those people that like seeing other animes show up in other animes, there is an episode where the boss for the underworld is dressed up like Tuxedo Mask. Just throwing that out there.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. That was awesome. Oh my god, that's a good throw point. But yeah, this is a show that people should definitely check out, and it was part of the whole tsunami when Cartoon Network started to show the anime to Westerners. It was starting to build up with Goku for older people like me in the 80s. That late at night they would show these trailers for anime from manga. But Tsunami really helped get a whole generation into anime, and one of their flagships besides Dragon Ball Z was Yu Hakusho, which was very popular at the time.
I was about to say, because I think how Tsunami did theirs, it was Dragon Ball Z, then it was friggin' Yu Hakusho, and then Full Metal Alchemist, the original anime.
Wasn't it not Phantasy Star? What was the one where you had the giant red ship?
Star.
Outlaw Star, yeah.
Oh, Outlaw Star, yeah. But they also had Fist of the North Star on there at 2:30.
Which I love Fist of the North Star, especially the original series.
It is so good.
You ever see?
Awesome.
You ever see the shitty U.S. movie?
Don't remind me. Oh, just a quick caveat on Yu Hakusho. There are also 2 OVAs and 1 movie that has come out for this series, as well as long as 4 seasons.
Oh yeah, definitely check out the movies, because it isn't like Dragon Ball or Naruto where they kept going on season for season. It was popular enough, and for anime fans to know, 4 seasons. Usually we don't get more than 1, 2 if we're lucky. This actually got 4 and a lot of OVAs afterwards, so there's a lot to digest. It'll keep you going and coming back for more, and there will be more for you to be had.
There was talks that there's possibly a possible re-release of the freaking series. Like they were talking about restarting it, like they've done with Berserk, and doing it in the movie format. But the talks of that have since chilled out since the last year or 2. So I wouldn't give up hope on it. You know, for the longest time they said they'd redo Bleach, and we waited 15, 16 freaking years before they decided to make the first movie.
Yeah, and look at Tenchi Muyo. They're always like, oh, we're done, and then boom, something else drops.
Tenchi Muyo is up to like season 11, and it's
Go ahead, sorry. But yeah, they're with Tenchi Muyo. Oh my god, like they have so many seasons of that and other spin-off series and OVAs. It's just like, nope, we're done, and then a couple years later, something drops. You there, Justin?
I'm here, sorry. I was getting some news from my assistant here, who's just pulled up the Toonami freaking show list from...
Oh, that's fine. I'll edit out the bits
all the way up to 2017. I guess FLCL is making a return to Toonami.
Yes.
That's also another one I'm willing to do at a later date.
Yeah.
On Nostalgia Lane.
Oh, yeah. I think I might have to hook you up with one with the Vampire Hunter D.
I wouldn't mind doing a co-op on that one. That or Helsing.
Oh, dude, Helsing, yes. Okay, that might be next week.
Yep. In closing, you know, it's if you like your violent, you know, coming of age kind of animes and things like that, this is definitely one to check out.
Monkey Paws, you got anything? I think you're a fan of Yu Hakusho, aren't you?
It's been a while since I watched the show. I do remember enjoying it a lot. I think I dropped off through the first season right after the tournament. But it was a very enjoyable show. think it was right after. I think actually Toonami only aired their first season. I never saw another season on Cartoon Network after that.
Yeah,
I've tried finding the manga for it. I have not succeeded in finding full sets because I want to try to find them all and just read them.
Well, for you and for the people watching, there's actually a site called kissanime.com where they have like full runs of every show that you love of anime. But they also have a link somewhere in there where they have the same version of that website, but for manga only, where you will find entire runs of manga, although like even if it's in the 100s and more.
Well, I prefer books, but
I hear
that's to me.
Yeah, but
it's hard to find books. I understand that obsession with the books because I read a whole bunch of Attack on Titan with those books instead of reading them online. But sometimes I'll bite the bullet and just go ahead and go online just for the simple fact that I know it'll be there.
Yeah, if you can't find them, sometimes that's the only route you can take.
Right.
So is that all we have for this topic?
Oh, just a quick caveat off of talking about manga. There's 175 books for that Yu Hakusho if you want to read the manga. 4 seasons if you want to freaking watch the anime.
Wow, that's a lot of books.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that have long-running manga.
Yep.
But they often turn out a little bit better, some darker than the show.
Yeah, most definitely. You are correct on that end.
This is our case in point.
Yeah.